Once upon a time, in a faraway land by a beautiful river, lived three brother goats. They looked very much alike, but they had different personalities. The eldest, the biggest and strongest, was very brave. The middle one was fast and nimble, and the youngest, the smallest, was very cute and smart. The goats lived very well, spending their days grazing on the field by the river. However, one day, they ate all the grass. The little goat's eyes welled up with tears, and he said, "Oh, what are we going to eat now?" The middle goat, who was fast and nimble, cheered his brothers up. "Don't worry. There's lots of very tasty grass on the other side of the river. Let's go there." The big, strong goat smiled and replied, "You're right, brother. All we have to do is cross the river, and that huge green meadow will be all ours." But there was one problem that prevented them from crossing the river. Under the bridge where they had to cross lived a very scary and angry troll. He didn't like it when anyone crossed his bridge, and his favorite food was goats. The brothers were a little scared, but their hungry stomachs bothered them more. They thought for a long time and finally decided that the dangerous troll would not stop them. The big brother asked, "Who dares to cross the river first?" The little goat, who, despite being the smallest, was very brave, came forward and said, "I'll go first." The little goat took a deep breath. He was a little scared, but he decided not to stop. The goat carefully began to cross the bridge. The sound of his tiny hooves could be heard on the bridge. Trip-trap, trip-trap. The troll, who had very sensitive ears, heard the sound and shouted, "Who dares to cross my bridge?" The little goat trembled a little, but he plucked up his courage and replied, "It's me, little goat. I want to cross to the other side of the river." The troll crawled up onto the bridge. He was very scary and huge. "You cannot cross. I'm going to eat you right now." The little goat was scared, but he didn't lose his wits. He had a very good idea. "Please don't eat me. I'm very small and I won't fill you up at all. After me comes my middle brother, who is much bigger than me. If you eat him, he will be more than enough for you." The troll's eyes twinkled. You're right. You can pass," said the troll. And the little goat immediately ran to the other side of the river, where he found a huge meadow and began to graze on the delicious grass. The middle goat, who saw that his little brother had crossed safely, decided to go himself. He also walked carefully on the bridge. The sound was louder than in the case of the little goat. The troll also heard the sound of his hooves and shouted again, "Who dares to cross my bridge?" The middle goat bravely replied, "It's me, middle goat. I want to cross to the other side of the river where my little brother is." "You cannot cross because I am going to eat you right now." The middle goat was scared, but he also decided to use his wits. He told the troll, "You can eat me, but know that you are making a mistake. In a little while, my eldest brother will come. He is the biggest, and if you eat him, he will definitely fill you up." The troll thought for a moment and decided that the middle goat was telling the truth. "Okay, then you can cross too." The middle goat immediately ran to the other side of the river and joined his little brother. Both were happy and content because now they were eating delicious grass. Finally, it was the big, strong goat's turn. He saw that his younger brothers were safe and thought that now was his time to show how strong he was. The sound of his hooves on the bridge was very loud. The troll had never heard such a sound. He became so angry, he crawled onto the bridge and shouted, "Who dares to cross my bridge? I will eat you right now!" The big goat replied fearlessly, "It's me, Big Goat. I'm going to cross to the other side of the river to join my brothers, and you can't stop me." The troll became very angry. "You cannot cross because I am going to eat you right now." The big goat bravely replied, "You certainly can't eat me because I am stronger than you." And as he said this, he rushed at the troll with all his might. The big goat hit the troll with all his strength. He was thrown so high into the air that he thought he would reach the moon. Then he fell directly into the river and sank. The big goat crossed the bridge in triumph and joined his little brothers. From that day on, the three brothers continued to spend the whole day grazing on grass. They lived happily and peacefully because the scary troll no longer bothered them.